Why you shouldn't pause movies. Bell jump scare. Fear me if you dare. Me finishing my homework. The other subjects that I had homework for. Best dunk I ever seen. Sometimes people with the worst past end up creating the best futures. Abraham Lincoln once asked an audience how many legs a dog has if you count the tail as a leg. When they answered 5, Lincoln told them that the answer was 4. The fact that you called the tail a leg did not make it a leg. Thomas Sowell. When you see one of your old school teachers walking down the street, it's time for you to look inward, and begin asking yourself the big questions. Who's Valentine and why does he have his own day? Too young for Facebook. Too old for TikTok. Too ugly for Instagram. Too stupid for Twitter. Where do I go? Allow us to introduce ourselves. Fake your zodiac sign. Who's your favorite child murderer? They brainwashed you. Physician, 20 miles from patient, performs long-distance heart surgery with remote control robot. You can now day in real life due to lag. This is the kind of problems I want in my life. Got any decent fatherly advice for me? It's better not to have any friends than to have bad friends. When you have fake friends, they'll make you feel lonelier and sadder than actually being alone ever does. Watching Theoden cry during the funeral of Theodred before I had kids. This is very sad. Indeed. Watching Theoden cry during the funeral of Theodred after I had kids. This is very sad. We must pause the movie so I can go cry for 30 minutes. When someone responds with this to a Redditor's comment. When someone responds with this to your comment. What if it was just a dream? Line and input. Random CPU not meant for audio stuff. XLR to mini plug cable. Passive direct box. Standard guitar cable. Guitar. Me on the way to annoy everybody in the house because my phone and on the charger. Time for a little anarchy. Gentlemen, it is with great pleasure to inform you that at 22 years old I went on my first coffee date and it went great. Okay. Why should we hire you? Hungry. No phone signal for 20 miles. Trauma counselor standing by. My dog as I hem the same food he's eaten 2,555 times. A blessing from the Lord. When you were trying for a 60% on your math test but you only got a 35%. Less than half of what I'd hoped for. When you get out of the pool and air gets trapped in your swim trunks. When your planet is being invaded by thousands of aliens and a literal god, and all you brought was a pistol. When people ask me what I like to do for fun. My partner, wrongly, thinks I've never seen LOTR, so he wants a marathon of all the extended editions. What can I say to wind him up during it? From a Redditor. Say, is this a spin-off from those Hobbit movies? This can cause absolute internal turmoil. Especially if you argue that it is because the Hobbit book came first and is set chronologically before it. Refer to LOTR as the sequel trilogy and compare it to the Star Wars sequels. I'm knitting a sweater for you. Thanks. But the size looks a bit too big for me. It is done. Wow. You are awesome. I disagree. I think most people understand that small penis is not an issue. Men can't choose the size they are born with. Same goes with the size of boobs of women. Generally speaking, most people are not dickheads. If you feel everybody around you judges guys with small penis, you might think about changing people you are being around. How insightful you /rapist_fox. Any plans for Valentine's Day? I'll be in my bedroom, making no noise and pretending that I don't exist. Blow my mind. While typing on mobile, you can slide on the spacebar to move the cursor. Watching scenes from The Shire. 8 Yo me. This is so boring. Where are the dragons, where are magic swords? I thought this was a fantasy movie. Me now. People living without any worries? Without taxes? Enjoying life? This is the highest of fantasies. When you check Google during an argument and you were correct. They should make a co-op game where you and a buddy go through many levels, leveling up and beating bosses. But the final boss is each other. When you can simply walk into Mordor. Me seeing my former teacher in public. It's been a long time, they probably don't ever remember me. The teacher. fact. The early Volkswagen was actually founded by Farhad until stolen and mechanicalized by Germany many years later. Wanting to explore remote places of our planet. 5 weeks of vacation pre-year max. 11-year-old me deleting all the files except the game icons to save space. When you get home after a long day of work and your girl asks if you'd still love her if she was a worm. It's time for you to look inward, and start asking yourself the big questions. Why does Japanese porn censor pussy and dick? Followed this dang spy balloon for 200 miles before I realized it was bird crap on the windshield. I took a secret government contract that will have me be gone at odd hours, but I will make money to leave for you and Junior. Oh okay. Never thought I'd spend Valentine's Day alone. How about side by side with a hand? I could do that. Literally anything happens. Me. A man has fallen into depression in Lego City. Please. So, you are a thief? Me. I am more like a Robin Hood. Please. So, you give it away to poor people? Me. I am the poor. When you realize you gotta do this adult shit for the rest of your life. Getting a something from your crush on Valentine's Day. Getting drunk because no one cares about you. When you accidentally pick the rude dialogue and make the NPC sad. Bad internet. Bad internet when commercials are running. Imagine how sad you'd have to be to make a Reddit account on Valentine's. A gingerbread man sits inside a gingerbread house. Is the house made of flesh? Or is he made of house? He screams. For he does not know. When you realize Captain America's suit doesn't have 50 stars, so he's actually Captain Puerto Rico. Never thought I'd day finishing side by side with an elf. And what about side by side with a versatile cruciferous vegetable? Arugula, I could do that. If you stack 2 lasagnas, you'd still have 1 lasagna. He's out of line, but he's right. Oh fake it's Godzilla. Quick, read something dumb to him so he has a stroke. My self-esteem. The amounts of friends I have. The amount of guitars I have. My problems. Financial issues. Low grades. My love for every one of my friends.